Today, I am going to talk about sales strategies for selling on Poshmark. Poshmark is my biggest selling platform, and though it's more work on Poshmark, I feel it's much worth it because even when people say they're not making sales, I am. And I think it has a lot to do with my strategies. Now, I don't know any more than the next person, but if you're someone who's just starting out or who hasn't been getting such good sales, has had slow sales, then this is the video for you. So let's start. First of all, let me say, I am Marion and I am a reseller on Poshmark mostly, but I also sell on eBay and Facebook Marketplace, and now I also sell on Whatnot. And I don't just mean Whatnot auctions. I mean, I sell in the Whatnot closet or store. And you could see a past video to see a little more about that. I'll try and put it at the end of this video if I remember. So I'm a reseller on Poshmark. I love reselling. I learn more and more every year. I love YouTube videos to learn more. So thank you to everyone out there who has taught me things without even knowing it. I hope to be that same person for some of you. I'm just a plain Jane here selling from my house. So let's get started. I did have a retail store till the end of 2021, so I'm over in stock when it comes to clothing, but I started purchasing some different things and I'm making money on them. So let's start. I do have notes, so I'll keep them up as high as possible so I don't look down too much. So my first thing that is so important, I cannot stress this enough, and that's consistency. You want to be consistent with whatever you do if you're looking for consistent sales. And I say it that way because sometimes I'm not consistent. I'm not, I'm human. So sometimes I'm not. And when I'm not, I see the sales slow down. And then when I get consistent again, they go up. So consistency is one of your most important things. And when I say consistency, it's not just what you're putting in drafts, what you're putting up on Poshmark in your closet. It's also sourcing. You want to be consistent in sourcing. And when I say that, you want to be consistent in sourcing the right items. See, in the beginning, I didn't do that. And I was also sourcing for a retail store, so it was different. So I'm having problems selling some of my items. I started selling them in bundles, in bulk. They were mostly clothing, but now I'm learning other things to sell. Now I'm learning some of the hard items, and I mean hard goods, which is great. I'll tell you more about that in another video. The next thing you want to be consistent with is taking pictures and listing. So you can take pictures one day, put them in drafts, and then put them out another day, or you can just take pictures one day, take out the backgrounds, and then do it the next day, as long as you're consistent with whichever way you're doing it. Take a sip of coffee or a sip of something for every time I say consistent today. You'll either be drunk or highly caffeinated. Sharing. Oh my goodness, this is definitely consistency. Share on Poshmark. It totally makes the difference. I wasn't sure in the beginning, but I've been doing this now for about 3 or 4 years, and believe me, it pays to be consistent with sharing. So I also use it's not relist on Poshmark. It is, copy listing. I also, after 90 days, use the copy listing and copy my listing and take out the word copy in there. And if you need help with this, just let me know. If you ever need help with anything, please comment. I always answer my comments. So you want to copy your listing and then maybe come up with some new wording, some new keywords. Look at some other listings. Like for me, some of my listings that were older, I would just copy and relist. And that was not the best thing to do because I learned new keywords. I learned how to put new things in a title. So you want to keep on updating your learning, and you want to keep on updating your titles if something isn't selling. Okay, so also, I think it's good at least to have some kind of goals. If you're not a goal setter, I get it. I get it. You don't have to then set a precise goal. But for those of you who are, say, I'd like to list, or I'm going to list 50 items this week, or I'm going to list 50 items today, or this month. But make it something so that you have an idea, so that it makes you a little more consistent. Take a sip. Now, this is going to be different, possibly, if you're away, if your closet's on vacation, if it's a holiday and you're spending time with the family or just spending some alone time. That may be different, but then catch back up on the consistency. You know, it's like when you're on a diet and you have a treat day. The next day you go back to normal. Do that. And if you're someone who doesn't do that, I get it, but do that with your Poshmark closet. Now, I know that some people in the summer list more because they're slow and they just want to keep on getting things up. I have to tell you that because of these things that I will talk to you about, I'm not having a summer slowdown like other people are. Maybe I will eventually, but right now it's just going because I keep doing these things. All right. It went from 1 to 3, so let's find that 2. Let's go back to sharing. Sharing. Poshmark is a social community. It is a social platform. Share. What they tell you is correct. Share. So my closet has about 17 or 1800 items. And I share to others throughout the day. Now, whether you're sharing yourself or you have a bot or a virtual assistant, just make sure you share. There's nothing more I have to say. The more you share, the more sales you will make. I kid you not. I've done plenty of what I call experiments. I don't know what other people call them, but plenty of experiment studies, I don't know, to see, and it is the truth. Now, of course, it's going to depend on your size of the closet. If you are someone who sells 1,800 things like me, it's not going to be as easy if you're sharing yourself. So share a little bit of your closet all day just so that you're out there. That's the best advice I can give. Because let me explain what sharing does on Poshmark in case you're new or just that you don't understand. It moves your listing up. It just moves it up. It's like when you list a new item, which you want to do, it moves that item up to the top. If somebody's searching right now for leopard button down, button up top, and I just hit that share, they're going to see mine first. If I just put it up, they're going to see it even faster. So basically, it just boosts it in the search. And I'm not going to say just because that's the best thing it could do. So I know that people also share to parties and community shares, I guess it's considered. How can I explain this? I'm not sure if I get sales from party sharing. So I'd say do it every once in a while. Do it every night if you want. They used to say that, YouTubers, that if you share the last party at night, you get more sales overnight. I did see that a little bit when I was doing it, but I go to bed too early. All right. Now, what I do every day, and this is every day, 7 days a week. Of course, you can do it as many as you want, 4, 5, 3, whatever. Some of you are just hobby sellers. But if you're a business, I would make it my business to share, send offers in bundles every day. So what I do, if you know about when people like an offer, then you can send them, it has to be 10% less. You can send them a 10% less offer, but then you have to pay for the reduced shipping if you reduce the shipping. And when you send a 10% less offer to likers, you have to reduce your shipping. So I get around that because I'm not going to reduce my shipping. I rather reduce the price and Poshmark pays the shipping. So, excuse me. Excuse me. Let me say consistent so you can take a sip too. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Not like I'm eating anything. So, sending offers in a bundle. What I do, and now it's great because they have the bulk bundle. They have bulk everything to share. So it's really fantastic compared to how it was just a year ago. So you want to send a bundle. Even if someone only likes one thing, put it in a bundle, send them an offer. Send them a good offer. Now, when I send them offers, I have been sending, especially for older things, 35% off offers. I could tell you that, let's see, out of every 15 of those that I send, I get about 2 sales. So bundle and send those offers consistently. That is how I consistently make sales the most. When I look at my graph, you have a graph that you can look on. I think it's on Poshmark. When I look at that graph, I see that buy it now. That's not what it's called on Poshmark. But if you just go in and buy it, I only have maybe 10% on that every week. So the rest is all that I sent an offer or they sent an offer to me. And I've been getting offers sent to me, so that's great. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, even one item put in an offer. Offer. So if you don't know about Closet Clear Out happens on Friday and Sundays. I know some people think they just put it in whenever, but it is on Fridays, always, and always on Sundays. Sometimes if there's a holiday on Monday, it's on Monday also. So you want to be a part of Closet Clear Out. That's the also Closet Clear Out. You lower 10%, and then Poshmark pays for the shipping. So it's great. So sometimes even if you send the 10% offer another time and it's only 10%, they don't have less shipping unless you're sending to those likers. So sometimes people just want less of an offer. Less shipping off the offer. Oh, so now I have something new that I've been doing. I know I'm going to say hardly anybody does this. I never ever hear it, and I understand why. So let me explain something. With Poshmark, if you have a bundle, and let's say it has 10 things in it, and you can't find one, you notify the buyer, and then they have to cancel the order. Sometimes they do not reorder, because sometimes people are buying on an impulse and they love stuff when they get it. But sometimes if you ask them to cancel, to re-put it into a bundle, you're screwed. That's my best way of saying it. So what I do now is, if something was, I'm just going to do it this way so you understand. If something was $10 that's in that bundle, and I did a 50% off offer, so it was $5, I'm sending a $5 check to them with everything else. Even though I'm losing because of commission, that's okay. I'm getting them all of their other items. And this is coming off, so let's take it off. Let's let the hair hang loose. So sometimes I let them know that I sent out a check with it, but I don't ask them to cancel anymore because it really does hurt my business. So that's what I do. I don't know if that's what you would want to do. I wouldn't send cash. I wouldn't send cash anyway, but because you can't prove it. With a check, I can prove that I sent them that and I put it in the memo. Now, I'm not saying I don't normally have people that, like one said the other day, I can't accept this. And now she had about 8 items and I couldn't find 2, which is terrible. That's why I'm improving my inventory system. And she said, I can't accept this. And I said, why? Don't you still want the other 6 items? And she decided, I said, you can cash the check first so that you know it's good. And she said it didn't have anything to do with the check. So she wasn't really sure what it had to do with. She just felt like she didn't get what she asked for. But it was 50% off of all of that. And I sent her a check back for those 2 items. And she did accept it. Other people, I'll tell ahead of time if they say, did you ship my order yet? I'm like, I just can't find one item, and I'm going to put a check in today if I can't find that item, but still send you the other 2. And unless they say no, I do it immediately. Because it only helps people from not canceling. It really does. And there's no right or wrong with that, I don't think. I think as long as you and the customer agree, it's a good thing. All right. And I also do, every once in a while, I follow brands. If I have a lot of, I don't know, let's say Ellen Fisher, or if I have a lot of Anthropology, I follow the brand. I follow people who have those brands. Now, I'm always following people. I like following some new people, and I like following Posh ambassadors. And I just mix it up a little bit. And if you're sharing yourself, that's a good thing to do. I find, it's funny, I find that when I do that, I get more new people purchasing from me. So I have finally learned how to get consistent sales, and that is my best advice with the consistency. Now, for your own mental ability to resell, get your inventory straight. That's really important, because if you do make sales, when you do make sales, you want to be able to find all your inventory. And I know I'll never find all of it, but I have been revamping everything, and it's been much better. Because sometimes I have to cancel an order. And I have so much merchandise that there's a lot to look through if it's not in the box it's supposed to be in. So just do your best to take care of your inventory. If you're a beginner, get an inventory system from the start. I might have a video on it. Other people do. Just start something, whether it's an ABC inventory or a 1, 2, 3 ABC, whatever. Get some boxes, bins, containers, and mark them so that you can put a SKU number into your listing that'll help you keep consistent sales. I know I'm nuts. Anyway, I got 2 new birds. Hooray! 2 new birds, Neon and Sky. I'm going to probably announce it for the next couple of weeks because they're my new babies. And I have my doggy Crescent who's laying here, but you can't see her. All right, everybody, if you enjoy content like this, give it a like, a thumbs up, whatever it is. And also, please hit that subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. It does help my channel. There are little things that can help my channel move up a little more so that more people get to see these videos who may need them. I do make them because I love reselling, and I love how much I learned from other resellers. So I want to share the wealth. That's it for today. I will see you. What's going on with this voice? I will see you. See you on the next video. I'll see you on the next video.